Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Once again, thank you for joining us in this lovely afternoon on our latest webinar, which is the energy storage applications for C&I segments. Joining me today is my colleague, Eric Yang, the Solar Academy from GoodWe Solar Academy. He is the Senior Storage Solutions Engineer, and he will be going into the details of our storage solutions, especially for the commercial rooftop applications. But first of all, I will start off with a brief company profile introduction, and then I will then officially launch our energy storage solutions product for the commercial industrial in Malaysia. Without further ado, I will start our webinar today. So the vision and mission of our company is always to create a new era of smart energy. And we are determined to be the main driving force in the global energy transition, creating a sustainable future for Earth, for mankind, and for future generations. And that is why GoodWe has been focusing on not only developing and supplying grid-connected inverter, we are also very actively supplying the hybrid storage inverter as well as AC coupling hybrid storage inverter. At the same time, we are also venturing into EV charging as well as solar rooftops. So there is a total installed units of 3 million units all over the world, and we are generating annual power of more than 56,000 gigawatt hour per year. So we are saving carbon dioxide of more than 5,650 million tons of carbon dioxide every year. So GoodWe is established in 2010, and in 2014 we actually already launched our first energy storage inverter, the ES series. So we have more than 8 years of experience in developing our hybrid storage inverters. Last year, in 2020, we are successfully public listed on Shanghai Stock Exchange, and we also officially become the licensing partner of GE. These are some of our subsidiaries. These are some of our subsidiaries all over the world. As you can see, we are represented in all continents, in all 6 continents, in the North America, South America, in Europe, in Africa, as well as in Australia and APAC. In Southeast Asia alone, we have local teams in Vietnam, Thailand, and Malaysia, and hopefully we are able to expand our team further in other countries in the region. And these are the list of some of our global partners. So we are working closely with Kranish. They are the Kranish one-stop warehouse from Australia, IBC Solar, Marubeni from Australia, and Tata Power Solar as well from India. And some of our honorable project owners or our customers, to be accurate, that have our inverters installed on the rooftop includes Siemens, Kia, Bosch, Toyota, Coca-Cola, LG, as well as Renault. These are some of the awards. These are some of the awards that we have been obtaining for the past few years. For the past 6 years, we have been getting the All Quality Matters Award from UV Ryland, and this shows assure you of the quality of our products. And in 2019, we are also awarded the world #1 hybrid storage inverter by Wood Mackenzie. So again, this assures you that we are really the pioneer and in the storage inverter supplier. And in 2021 as well, we participate in a SPI competitions organized by University of Berlin, and we are proud to announce that our inverter, the EH series as well as the ET series, has come out with a very good achievement from the test. These are some of the numbers that shows our installation base. Globally, we have more than 38 gigawatt installed base all over the world. Out of them, 16 gigawatt is from residential, 21 gigawatt is in the C&I region, and also 1 gigawatt in our ESS solutions. So it actually translates more or less to a 2 gigawatt hour of battery storage. So besides supplying, GoodWe also is a strong believer of pre-sale service as well as after-sale service. And that is the reason why we are also focusing on the, sorry, I have to check why is keep. Yep, sorry. So GoodWe is also very it seems that it doesn't want to stop at the page. Okay, sorry, never mind. Let's go on. So I'm proud to announce today our latest products for the commercial industrial energy storage solutions. First of all, that is our ET series. As you all know, we do have a residential ET series up to 10 kilowatt. But within this year, we will also launch an upgraded version of 15 to 30 kilowatt to serve the small commercial applications. It is a 3-phase inverter with that will pair with the high voltage battery. And also at the same time, we will launch a whole new series of our battery solutions, which is the Lynx F solutions, starting from the battery capacity of 6.6 kilowatt hour up to 131 kilowatt hour. It is a high voltage battery, and yeah, basically for 131 kilowatt hour, it will have 8 stacks of these modular batteries. So the next product that I would like to introduce today is the 50 kilowatt and 100 kilowatt ETC, which is also the hybrid PCS, we call it. So it can connect with the PV input with up to 2 MPPTs as well as storage inverter at the same time. This PCS is compatible with our own brand batteries, which GoodWe, and also at the same time with BYD batteries as well. And the other product that I will be also introducing today is the BTC series, the 50 to 100 kilowatt BTC series. It is an AC coupling PCS, so it does not accept any PV input. So for PV input, you have to go for the ETC series, and the AC coupling solution would be the BTC series. So it is also the same 50 and 100 kilowatt PCS and compatible with both GoodWe and BYD battery. All our inverter come with modular design, and they have integrated multiple operation mode within it. For example, peak load shaving, time of use applications, maximize self-consumption, as well as off-grid solutions. So all these are already integrated in the software, and it can be, you can change it easily through our user-friendly interface in our apps. And also, both of these inverters support up to 110 AC output overloading for long time. So let's look closely to our BTC series, the 50 kilowatt BTC series. So basically, as I said, it is a modular design. So we would have 4 modules, the EMS modules, which is the first stack, the DC-DC module, the DC-AC module, which would be this stack and this stack. And last but not least is the transfer switch module, which will take care of the UPS level switching between on-grid and off-grid solutions. And of course, we have these circuit breakers and the wiring space all integrated in one series. The inverter is designed to be easily movable. We have the lockable views, so it's very easy for our clients to push it into the MSB and situated in the MSB room. Besides supporting, having this fabulous features of less than 10 milliseconds UPS level switching, our PCS also support adjustable active power, reactive power output, as well as power factor correction functions. At the same time, it also supports 100% unbalanced load. So especially for our customers in C&I applications, it's very common that they will have unbalanced load over the 3-phase. And there's no worries about that. Our PCS will totally support it. And this is extremely suitable for the telco application in Malaysia. So these are some of the parameters of the 50 kilowatt BTC inverters. The accepted voltage range for the battery is from 200 to 865 volts. The maximum charging current will be 100 ampere. Maximum discharging current will be 100 ampere as well. And the nominal output voltage will be 400 volts. So it is actually very suitable for our Malaysia grid, where we can connect directly to the LV connections. So the next one would be the ETC series. The next one would be the ETC series, which is 50 kilowatt. So like the BTC series is also support less than 10 millisecond UPS level switching. And also the adjustable active reactive power and power factor correction and unbalanced load. But at the same time, one of the most important features is the peak load shaving, which is especially peak load shaving function that is integrated in our software, which is suitable also for the maximum demand reduction for the C&I tariff. At the same time, we also support powerful backup supply ability and powerful off-grid overloading. What we meant with powerful, that means first of all, we support 110% overloading for a long time and 150% for more than 60 seconds and 200% of overloading for 10 seconds. So by this, we also can handle any inrush current and also is suitable for the off-grid solutions. At the same time, we also provide optional type 1 SPD protections for our PCS here. So this is a brief introduction about the GoodWe batteries that is compatible to our 50 kilowatt BTC as well as the 50 kilowatt ETCs. So we have four models here with the capacity of 100 kilowatt hour, 120 kilowatt hour, 140 kilowatt hour, and 160 kilowatt hour. So it is equivalent to a full load of 2 hours, 2 hours, and then 2.5 hours, etc. Yeah. So our nominal voltage, as you can see, is a series connection. So the bigger the capacity, the voltage will be getting higher. But at the same time, it is also fully compatible to all our 50 kilowatt inverter. And the nominal output of the inverter is basically the nominal voltage multiplied by 100 ampere. So it will be around 42, 49 kilowatt, 57, and 65 kilowatt. So it works very well really with our 50 kilowatt BTC and ETC series. The operation temperature for our batteries is 0 to 45 degrees. And discharging is from -20 to 55 degrees. So this is also the operating temperature is very suitable for the Malaysian climate. Last but not least, the enclosure will be IP20. So it is important that we need to locate the batteries within an enclosure. The best would be at the MSP room. Yeah. So this is again one of the animation for all our inverter, all our products that GoodWe offers. So first of all, we have these grid connected inverters that we offer. And secondly, we also have the solutions of the PCS that I just introduced to everyone. And of course, the battery solutions that we have, ESS solution, and also the Cellco smart energy controller that we have. This is the CTs, and that would be our SEC 1000 smart energy controller that we have. And of course, we also support the on-site Bluetooth apps communications, as well as configuration and settings product. And also through remote monitoring, we have our GoodWe Sam Spotter that is really powerful. It can show not only the output of the PV inverter, but also at the same time, the load consumption from the TNB incoming as well. That is also possible. So actually, you can have your whole energy management system all located on our Sam Spotter. So that is all from my side. I will pass the stage to my colleague, Eric. He will go into the details of our technical solutions. And after that, we can come to the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, please type in the Q&A box and we will try to address it during the Q&A session. Thank you. So pass to you, Eric.
Thanks, Siew. Hello, everyone. This is Eric from GoodWe Solar Academy. And today I will give you a brief introduction of GoodWe storage solution for commercial rooftop. This is our first solution. You know, GoodWe are good at residential solution, but now we are developing our commercial solution. So the first solution is about our ET series, and the maximum capacity of ET series is 10 kilowatt. So the ET series is designed for residential use, but for some small commercial rooftop, we can use ET series and parallel connection of the ET series. So like the picture shows, we can see three ET hybrid inverter, and we can connect the PV panel to each ET series, and the output of ET series can parallel connection to the grid. The features of this solution is we can the maximum capacity of this system is 10 kilowatt, is 100 kilowatt. So that means the maximum piece of ET series is 10. So you can connect 10 pieces of ET series, parallel connection in the same grid. The other features is we have the you can connect your heavy load and the backup load into this system. So if your system have a 20 kilowatt heavy load, you can connect the 3ET series, and the maximum output of 3ET series is 30 kilowatts, so it can support the heavy load more than 10 kilowatts. Also, we have developed the communication box SEC1000S, and use this SEC1000S can control the 3ET charge or discharge at the same time. So this is our first solution, and this is designed based on our residential inverter ET series. And another features of our ET series is unbalanced output. You know, ET series is a three-phase storage inverter, but your home load, mostly the home load is a single phase. So the problem is the output of the ET series should be unbalanced. So our ET series have this function. Like the picture shows, if the home load for the phase 1 is 1.5 kilowatt, the air conditioning, and the phase 2 do not have the loads, and the phase 3 you connect a load, the capacity is 2.5 kilowatts. So the total load is the 5 kilowatt, and if the solar panel is 6 kilowatts, the ET series can output 1.5 to phase 1 and 2.5 to phase 3, and the other power to charge the battery. Not only the single ET have this unbalanced output function, but also the parallel solution, like the last picture shows. For example, if you have connected 3 ET series in one system, the 3 ET system, the whole system also have this unbalanced output function. And you can set it on our app, and you do not need other device. So this is also a residential solution for ET series, but also you can use it in some small commercial rooftop. Okay, the maximum capacity of ET series is 10 kilowatt. So this is not suitable for commercial rooftop. So we design another product, the larger ET, and the capacity is 50 kilowatt to 30 kilowatt. It can connect to our Lynx S battery. And this large ET have some functions. For example, this is very easy to install. We have used the plug and play design, and It is a very user-friendly. It's a easy interface. Also, the UI is very beautiful. So it is fits the house. And it is also compatible with high power solar modules. The PV module current is 15 amp. Also, this larger ET has integrated some safety protects. For example, the SPD, the Type 2 SPD. Also, we have integrated the AFCI function and the ISD function for some Europe and American countries. And if you are using the larger ET, you can increase the self-consumption of the PV panels, and it also has unbalanced output. Also, for commercial use, we have the peak shaving function. I will introduce this later. And also, if you are using our Lynx F battery designed by GoodWe, the Lynx F battery also can parallel connection to one ET. So if you have the requirement with a large battery capacity, for example, if you are using 30 kilowatt ET series and you want to use 100 kilowatt hour batteries, we also can provide your solution with this. And this is our Lynx Home F battery. And the battery type is LFP, and the usable energy for each module is 3.26 kilowatt hour, and the capacity of the battery cell is 32 amps. Also, the maximum charge and discharge current is 25 amp. So, like the picture shows, we have 5 modules and PCU. So the picture shows the Lynx F battery is 60 kilowatt hour. And if you want to add the capacity, you can parallel this connection. And the IP protection is IP55. So it is suitable for indoor and outdoor use. And the module number, the minimum module is 2 modules. So the minimum battery capacity is 6.6 kilowatt hour for 2 modules, and the maximum module is 5 modules. So the maximum battery capacity for single Lynx F battery is 16 kilowatt hour. And we also have the whole certification, such as a UN certification and IEC certification. So it's very safety for you to install it to most of the countries. And the Lynx F battery is very easy to install it. We use the plug and play design. You just need to plug each module together, then we have finished the installation. You just need to connect the power cable and the communication cable to our inverter. So I think if you are using this Lynx F battery, the installation time may be less than 20 minutes. Very easy to install it. It's just like the Wi-Fi module. The Wi-Fi module just needed to plug and play the modules. So, okay. And this is our product that still have just introduced it. Yeah. This is our 50 kilowatt ETC series. You can connect your PV modules and the lithium battery, and also we have the on-grid output. You can connect your large load, connect to the on-grid output with grid. Also, we have another AC output that you can connect your important load to this backup output. When the grid fails, the ETC series can provide power to the important load by PV modules or the lithium battery. Also, we have designed a GoodWe smart meter GM3000C for commercial use. With this smart meter and the CT, we can detect the power from the grid, or we can detect the power from grid or feed to a grid. And the operation logic for the self-consumption scenario, the operation logic is the PV module output will support the important load and the large load first. If the PV power is more than the load consumption, the PV power will charge a battery. And during night time, the battery will discharge to the important load and the large load when the grid is stable. Also, if the grid fails, we can turn to the backup scenario automatically. So that means if the grid fails, the PV module and the lithium battery will support the important load at the same time. Also, if this inverter is for the commercial use, so we have the peak shaving function. You can set the maximum power from grid. For example, you can set 20 kilowatts from grid. If the load consumption is more than 20 kilowatts, the battery and the battery will discharge to support the load to make sure the power from grid is less than 20 kilowatts. So this is related to the electrical bills for the commercial rooftop. And this is our ETC series. The difference of ETC series and BTC series is the ETC series can connect to the PV modules, and the BTC series, like the next picture shows, the BTC series do not have the PV input terminal, so it is suitable for the AC coupling system. That means you have installed the grid-tied inverter before, and you want to modify this system to a storage inverter, to a storage system. You can add this BTC series, the AC coupled inverter, in your system. And the working logic is the same as ETC. The PV module go to the grid-tied inverter, and the AC side of the grid-tied inverter and the BTC series connected together, and it will support the large load and the important load together. And if the PV have the rest power, it will charge the battery. And during night time, the battery will discharge to the large load and the important load. Also, the function is the same as ETC series. You can use the self-consumption, and also we have the backup and the peak shaving function. This is the first scenario of our BTC series. The other scenario is if the system do not have the grid-tied inverter, we also can use BTC series. You can set the charge time and discharge time. For example, you can set the charge time that BTC series can charge the battery from grid. It can get the power from grid to charge the battery. When the grid is very cheap, you can use grid to charge your battery. And then if the grid is very expensive, you can set the time that the battery will discharge to your home load. We also support this kind of scenario. Both our BTC and the ETC series also can suitable if your installation area do not have the grid. We also support it. So this is also suitable for the pure off-grid scenario. You also can use BTC and ETC series. And the maximum output of this 50 kilowatts BTC and ETC series for the off-grid use is 50 kilowatts. Okay, and this is our residential virtual power plant. Also, we can call it a VPP system. And this is also very popular in some countries. For example, if a community have many houses, like the picture shows, we have 3 houses, and each house have installed PV and storage solution inverter. And you know, the community, the AC have connected together. So we have the AC bus, that means the grid. And we can show the energy power through this AC bus. For example, if the house 2 have a load power, have a heavy load, and the house 1 and house 3 can support house 2 by this AC bus. Also, if the community have some EV charger or the street lights, this also can connect to this AC bus. And each house, the solar, the PV power and the battery power can support this. For example, the EV charger and the street light. And this is our designed product. For example, we have the 100 kilowatt BTC and ETC series, and we will finish it in Q3 this year. Also, we have designed a parallel solution for 100 kilowatt BTC and ETC series, and this will finish in Q4 of this year. And we designed this, the maximum capacity is 500 kilowatts. So that means 5 pieces of 100 kilowatt BTC and ETC series can connect together. Also, we will realize the backup parallel connection for this solution. And this is for the small commercial scenario. And also we have our utility storage solution. We have established this, and our R&D center is working on it now, and we will finish it in the Q2 of next year. So if you have a utility power station and you want to add the storage inverter, the battery to this utility station, GoodWe also can give you a solution next year. And we designed, for example, 1 megawatt each module and 1 megawatt hour each battery module. So, and it can very flexible to combine it for. So, for example, if you have a 10 kilowatt PV station, so you have 10 kilowatts, 10 megawatt PV panels, and also you want to add, for example, 2 megawatt battery, 2 megawatt hour batteries, we can provide it to you. And this is our product map. And that's all that I want to show to you. And if you have any questions, we can discuss now.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Thank you. So I saw a few questions here, so maybe we can go through it and do it one by one. Okay. So let's go through from the chat session, and then I will jump back quickly to the Q&A. Okay, so there is a question from Mr. Teo Wei Jian. Can you simply break down what's the main difference between ETC and BTC? Can BTC attach to ETC to form AC coupling ESS, since ETC is the hybrid, but the BTC is individual ESS? Okay, maybe I will take this one. So as Eric has mentioned just now, the ETCs come with it's a hybrid version, like you correctly mentioned. It is able to input the PV module, and we do have a 1 MPPT, single MPPT with 100 amps current input, maximum DC input, and also a high, you can connect to the storage, while the BTC is a purely storage PCS. And can BTC attach to ETC to form AC coupling ESS? Yes, the answer is yes, because like Eric showed in his previous slide, it's possible to connect a BTC to a grid-connected inverter. So in that sense, ETC is actually also functioning as a grid-connected inverter as well as a battery storage inverter. So the answer is yes. So we quickly move on to the next one. I hope that answered your question, Mr. Teo. So there's another question from Iverson. When will be the larger ET ready? I think Eric answered the question just now. Eric, maybe you would like to answer this again.
Yeah.
When will be the larger ET ready?
The larger
to
ET
30
will thanks. The larger ET will finish this year, and maybe Q3 we will finish the RD and the certification. So you can buy it in the Q3 of this year.
Okay. Next question again from Mr. Teo. How does the BTC or ETC ESS work completely off grid? Would you be able to provide a turnkey solution on that? Eric, maybe you want to go for it and show it with your slides.
Sorry. You mean the off-grid scenario?
Yeah.
For the BTC and the ETC series. Yeah. This one. So yeah, if the grid fails, the ETC series have two AC outputs. The first AC output is the on-grid output. That's the on-grid output will connect to the grid. And we have another AC output, the backup output. The backup output is different from the on-grid output. And it have a relay inside of the BTC or ETC series. So when the grid fails, the relay inside of this ETC series will open. So the backup output and the on-grid output do not have any connections inside of the ETC series. So if the grid fails, we can make sure the on-grid output do not have any power. So this is also the requirement of the certification, the island certification. And we have make sure when the grid fails, we only have the output on our backup output. And the power source is from the PV or the lithium battery. If the PV power more than the important load, the PV will support the loads, and the rest of the PV power will charge the battery. Maybe in the night, during nighttime, the battery will discharge to the important load. So and go to the next day when the PV power have the power again, it will support the load. Also, it will charge the battery. So it is suitable for the off-grid scenario, and but it is also related to your load connection, the load capacity, and the load running time. It's also related to it. So when you design the pure off-grid solution, you need to concern about the PV module, the PV production of each day, and the load consumption of each day. So maybe you need to find a balance of the PV production and the load consumption.
Thank you, Eric. So Mr. Teo, basically the answer is yes, you can use it for off-grid in rural areas, but you have to be aware of that the power sources need to come from the PV module and the battery, as well as the charging must come directly from the PV module. And also the load, the inrush current of the load may not be exceed the 200% that we mentioned for 10 seconds and so on. So that is really on the design side, but our product do support off-grid functions. So I hope this answers your question. So the next question would be, let's go back to. Okay, this is the question from Stella. Where is the target market for the ETC? So as we are hosting this webinar for the Malaysian market, we are hoping that Malaysian market can also is also a target market for the ETC, especially as at a maximum demand reduction application, as well as a backup backup application. So we understand that recently in Malaysia also have a lot of flash flood. So sometimes the substation need to be shut down. So I see that by having a backup power security with ETCs or BSS solutions, it will provide some intrinsic value also to our fellow clients. Yeah. Next question from Stella is the ETC compatible with high power panels? I will answer these questions. So basically our ETCs is more of a central solutions. It has only a single MPPT. It is a centralized solutions with a 100 ampere maximum input current. So the answer is yes. It can work with the 182 and 210 mm solutions. And so I will jump quickly to the Q&A. So there is some question regarding warranty of the high voltage batteries. So basically for our product, we offer 5 years product warranty and 10 years performance warranty. So what do we mean by 10 years performance warranty? So basically we guarantee the battery will still have 70% of its original usable capacity at the end of the 10 years. So basically you can be assured that your batteries can perform like 10 years. So we are using the same concept like the solar panel performance guarantee. And next question would be, any new models coming in small commercial and solar systems? So the new models would be 15 kilowatt to 30 kilowatt. Maybe Eric, you can add on some details on it. What is the specific breakdown on the power class for the ET series?
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, why we designed the larger ET to 50 kilowatt to 30 kilowatts? It's because we have the Germany has established a new rule that for the residential use, the maximum capacity of the PV panel is at to 30 kilowatts rather than the 10 kilowatts before. So in Germany, the PV station installed before 2021, the maximum capacity is 10 kilowatts. But now they can install more than 10 kilowatts to 30 kilowatts. So we have designed this inverter. The maximum capacity is has up to 30 kilowatts. Also, this inverter from 15 to 30 kilowatts is also suitable for some small commercial rooftop. So we have decided to design this 50 to 30 kilowatt the larger ET. Yes, that's why we have the maximum capacity is 30 kilowatts. Also, we have the 10 kilowatt ET series already, and it has still many years. And for the other manufacturer for residential use, the maximum capacity is 10 kilowatt or 12 kilowatt. And for the commercial use, the minimum capacity is 50 kilowatts. So, so between 10 kilowatt to 50 kilowatts, there do not have any other inverters. So we have designed this inverter between 10 kilowatt to 50 kilowatt. We have the last decision is the 30 kilowatts. Yeah.
So the next question would be, is the battery lithium iron phosphate? Yeah, the battery is lithium iron phosphate, and it's a high voltage battery. The system DC voltage is from 400 to 865 watt. And next question is from Alan. Alan, can other manufacturer battery be used, or do we have to use the GoodWe inverter with GoodWe battery storage system on it? So at the moment, our C&I battery is supported. Besides our GoodWe branded BASS, we also is compatible to BYD batteries. So these are the two brands of the BSS that we are working with. And another question from Anas from Indonesia. Field regulation in Indonesia according how to use solar panel. Is it your service? Is it your service include to enter that regulation? I'm not so sure about what is the regulation that you are mentioning here, but basically we are just an equipment supplier. We can provide technical support for you, but anything to deal with the local regulation have to be handled by your side. I hope this answers your question, Anas. If we decide not to use battery for our solar panel, what are the risks? There is no risk. Basically, our PCS can still work even you do not install the battery. What's the DOD of the lithium battery? Good questions. Would you want to take it, Eric?
Yeah.
DOD, depth of discharge.
The DOD of our lithium battery is 19.
90%, yeah?
Yeah, 90%.
Okay. Do you have a distributor here in the Philippines? Maybe you can drop, Virgilio, you can drop me an email and I can try to link you up with our distributor in Philippines. Thank you. May I know what is the maintenance for this storage system? Does it need to frequently check or how? Okay, Eric, you have to take it.
Mostly, if your storage inverter system charge and discharge every day, you do not need to have other maintenance. So because it will work all the time, it will charge during the daytime and it will discharge during the nighttime. So if your system have one circle or two circle, each day you do not need the other special maintenance. You just need to check the monitor data, and if the battery do not charge or do not discharge and work abnormal, you need to check it. If your system is for the it do not work every day, maybe you need to charge or discharge a battery every 3 months. You need to do some maintenance with it.
Okay, thank you, Eric. And this is another very interesting question from Noel. How do you solve power factor problem of distribution utilities during operation of BESS? So basically, you are referring to the power factor correction capability of our system. Eric, maybe you want to talk about this?
Yeah. If you install a PV system in your commercial rooftop, the power factor of your factory will decrease. And because the most of the load consumption is provided by your by the PV power and the battery, so you do not get much active power from the grid, but you have get the same reactive power from grid, so the power factor will decrease. And from GoodWe side, the GoodWe inverter can the GoodWe inverter output. You can adjust the power factor of GoodWe inverter output. So for example, that means the GoodWe inverter can output the reactive power to increase your power factor. So this is our solution, and most of the commercial rooftop, we can solve it. The power factor issues. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Hope this answers your question, Noel. The next question is from David Lim. What is the maximum loading for ET under parallel connection? Eric, maybe you want to answer this. Maximum loading for ET under parallel connection. So I hope that means on the AC side, what is the overload, right? For the ET under parallel connection.
The ET, the overload capacity is 1.5 times of the rated power of ET series. So that means, for example, you are using a 10 kilowatt ET series, the maximum and the grid is failed. The maximum output of ET backups output is 15 kilowatt.
Okay. Okay, so the next question is, how about the data monitoring? How details can we monitor the system? So I assume that this is a question from Ms. Izan. So I assume that you are referring to the what we can monitor from our system on the SAM spotter. So what details can we monitor of the battery system on our SAM spotter? Eric?
Yeah. We have the same platform, and you can check your inverter monitor data in your app or on your laptop. Also, except the monitoring function, you also can do some remote maintenance. For example, upgrade the inverter firmware and remote setting of the inverter. We also can do it in your app and on your website.
Okay. So we are running out of time, so I will quickly skip through some of questions. So another question from Mr. Ken, does the ET series provide backup for critical loads such as during grid outage? Yeah, so to answer this question, yes, all our hybrid storage inverter as well as AC coupled inverter is actually integrated with the backup functions, because we from the GoodWe strongly believe that backup function is one of the main features of the storage inverter. So all our inverter, be it from residential or commercial, we will provide backup function for all the loads during grid outage. In fact, one of our unique selling point would be the 10 milliseconds UPS level switching. So basically, when power outage, even your computer would not shut down. So you will not lose any unsafe data. So that is how powerful our UPS level switching is. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, Ken. Is the commercial solution suitable for pure off-grid applications? Yeah, I think this question we already answered it before earlier. So basically, yes, the answer is yes. It can be suitable for pure off-grid, but you have to take into account the design, how you are going to charge the battery, what kind of the panel that you have, and also, of course, on the load side, what is the loading that you have. So at the backup output currently, we support 150% of overload for 60 seconds and 200% of overload for 10 seconds. So if that meet your requirement for the loading, and yes, then the answer would be yes. So I hope this answered the questions, most of the questions. Any other questions? Is draining effect this system? So basically all these products, like I say, is IP20. So you have to put inside within enclosures. It cannot be hang outside. So it should be protected from the rain. So our commercial C&I, the ETC and BTC release is IP20. It need to be protected. While our grid connected inverter is IP65, you can just hang out and then there would have no effect on that. So yes, I think that's around time. We have come to the end of our session today. So thank you for staying with us until the end of the webinar. Our marketing team will select the lucky winners and send you and inform you through the email. And also at the same time, our marketing team will also send out the presentation slides to you later. So maybe please be patient, give them some time, maybe somewhere by the end of next week, hopefully our marketing team can send the slides to you. So once again, thank you for attending our webinar and have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.